Hi everyone, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to talk about, first of all, I wanted to just say thank you to everyone who's commented and sent me texts and called or whatever way you've communicated. I just wanted to say thank you. It's really meant so much to me to hear such feedback from everybody. I really appreciate it. Hi guys, people are coming in, awesome. All right, so let's begin. Today I wanted to talk about why we do what we do. I'm in the middle of reading this book, Start With Why by Simon Sinek. And I say in the middle because most of the books I am in the middle of reading. I have had trouble getting through the entire book so far, but it's a great book. Hi Lana, I'm good, how are you? Anyway, so this book is pretty interesting. It really helps people understand the core of what it is they need to fix about what they're thinking about. Basically, there's three things that we focus on when we're doing something. What we need to do, how we need to do it, and finally, why are we doing it? And a lot of times the why is kind of fuzzy, which is the reason why we don't have such a good understanding and we don't stick to our whys. We don't stick to like what we're doing. And I know it sounds a little bit confusing, but let me give you an example. So me, for example, in 2016, I'm going to share a little bit of myself with you guys right now. I'm going to be vulnerable. So in 2016, I had a baby. And in the beginning of 2016, I had a boy. And afterwards, I started having a lot of problems with my hip. And they told me what I needed to do after I finally got diagnosed. They said, you need to get physical therapy. They told me how I need to do it. They said, you need to go to therapy twice a week. This is the things you need to buy. This is the ball you need to get. These are the exercises you need to do. But my why am I doing this? It wasn't strong. It wasn't strong and I didn't stick with it. I just didn't connect with it enough and I kind of let it go. But you know what happens when God knocks on your door and he's trying to give you a message and you just refuse to listen? What happens? He starts banging. So God was banging on my door and I got pregnant in the end of 2016. So it was a busy year. And I had the baby in the middle of 2017, another baby, my fourth. And at that point, I had a really bigger diagnosis. Both my hips got affected now, and my back. So my what was a little bit more intense, and my how was definitely more intense. I needed more therapy for sure this time. And this time I really had to think about my why. Why am I doing this therapy? Why am I doing it? And I realized after a lot of self-introspection, and I think a lot of us have gone through these moments where we're like, why does this message keep happening to me, right? We just keep getting the same lesson until we get it. So I finally got this message where my why was, I need to get healthy so that I can be active with my kids. Like, I don't want them to just be like, Mom can't do anything because she's always like weak and sick. So for me, that was my why. That was one of them. And so I'm better now. I'm doing a lot of therapy. I've been off for like 6 months from work. So this is why I have some time to share with you. And I've been really growing in myself. Thank you for the hearts. And I want to share with you, think about a little bit about your why. First start with what? What is it that you want to do? Maybe you want to fix your relationship. Maybe you want to eat better, be healthier, lose weight. It's very easy to get the what. We're always thinking about what's. I need to do this. I got to get this done. And then the hows. How am I going to do it? There's a lot of programs, right, for mechanics about how to lose weight. There's a lot of therapy options, rabbis to go to if you're having relationship issues, books to read, mentors to have. So The real question that will stick you through your how, and almost any how, it will be whatever the program is, whatever the therapist tells you to do, you will do it if you understand why you're doing it. Why is it so important for you to have a good relationship? If you dig deep enough, go through a few whys. Let's say they're your first why. Well, it's really important to me to have a good relationship with my husband. Why? Why is that important for you? Because I want a complete family, let's say. I don't want to be divorced. Why? Because I don't want my kids to be growing up in 2 houses. Why? Because I was from that kind of house, and it was hard for me, and I vowed to myself never to do that, and it's a part of my core values to really strive for that. So there you go. You found your why, right? You found your core. When it matches your core values, it's like deep inside of you. That's your why. So let's connect our why day to day. Why do I say this? Because today morning I was praying, and I was reading the Shema, which some of you may know. It's one of our tenets. We read it like twice a day. It's basically God is one. And one of the things it says in there, it's in our Bible, and I want to read it to you real quick. It says, and God wrote this, right? What did he say? It says, and God said to Moshe, saying, speak to the children and say to them that they must make fringes for themselves, reminders about their why. Okay? They know what. What is it? They need to keep the Bible. How? Through the commandments. And how are they going to remind themselves? Through looking at these fringes. And a lot of you who are not Jewish, just to explain to you what this means, it's the fringes that the Orthodox or whatever conservative, they wear it under their garment to remind them. They have to look at it to remind them that these are reminders about the religion that they should follow in the way of God. Why? So that they should not, so that they should not stray after, so that you will not stray after your heart and after your eyes and turn away from God. So God's himself saying, put a sticky note on yourself and remind yourself why this is important to you. So all of us, I recommend, and myself included, I do this too. I put sticky notes, and I've mentioned this before, on my mirror about why am I doing this? Why is this important to me? And I write, I am healthy today for my children. I wanna get strong because whatever. And you could do this too, whatever it is. You want to lose weight? My husband didn't know his why for years. This is why we went through many different programs. And I think lately, within the last 7 months, he lost a lot of weight. He lost like 80 pounds of why. And he gained so much from it. But it wasn't so much the mechanics, because we knew what we wanted. We wanted to lose weight. We knew how. There was a lot of hows out there, guys. There's a lot of programs. But the why he really understood with his health coach. Kind of honed it in. Because when you start changing up here, you start changing everywhere, right? Once I realized that for myself, and you realize that for yourself, guys, that's when you really start changing. So, I please advise you to buy some sticky notes or something. If it's your children who are pushing you to become better with your relationship or with your whatever, or if it's that need to, that like really something deep within you, whatever it is, put it on your phone, on the screensaver. Find your core reason. That's your why. Find it and repeat it and remind yourself, because when your motivation gets weak, you have to remind yourself, why are you doing this? Actually, just the other day, my friend tells me, I really want to eat that cake. So I told her, why are you getting healthy? Like, remember why you're doing this. And she was thinking about it, and it just came full force when you start talking about it and visualizing and remembering why it is that you want to do this, your health or your relationship or exercise. I mean, whatever. The list is endless. Find your why, and from there you will flourish. So that's basically it, guys, for me. I hope you liked it. Please comment to let me know what it is that helps your why. Maybe it's not sticky notes. Maybe it's not a reminder on your phone or something like that. Maybe you journal. Journaling is awesome. I recommend it. I think I learned today journaling is a superpower, which I think is so true. It is a superpower because once you start journaling, you start changing, and that is a superpower. I think change is one of the hardest things we can do in our life. It's very hard to change our habits, even just one habit, right? I have to share this with you. I am working on changing my habit with Facebook notifications. How many of you guys have this problem where if there's a notification, you want to go right away and check it out, right? So I'm remembering my why. Why am I not going on it every second? Because I want to do something more productive with my life that moment, right? So I try to jot it down to remind myself that, and also write down every single time I'm going on Facebook, just to write it down how many times I did that. And it's kind of like eye-opening that you did that too many times and that you end up spending so much time on it. That's something I wanted to share. So thank you, and happy upcoming Purim, everyone. I hope to see you again next week, Sunday, maybe I'll do this. 10:15, and have a wonderful weekend, guys. It's such a pleasure talking with you. I kind of don't want to go. Bye.